Transatlantic ship, leaning on the rail, looking at the glassy sea, from the perfect fairy tale. Incidentally turns his head, because something caught his eye.
Hey, how are you? How are you, Teddy? Glad you've tuned in for the second week. So I was just waiting until people turned up to say anything. But hello, howdy. It's 10 o'clock at night here in Melbourne, Australia. And I am enjoying this wonderful album by Ben Watts, the guitar player in Everything But the Girl, North Marin Drive, a minor masterpiece in my opinion. Big shout out to James Buttery. We went to see Ben Watt together in Melbourne, and it was a great show. So yes, 7 a.m. in where are you? Kansas City. Is that right? Missouri. Is that correct? Yes. So I'm playing this. I'm enjoying this. I've been hanging around with. Hey, Glenn Cabbage. Mike, Buster and Reggie. Hello, mate. How are you? Oh, Mike, by the way, since you're here, I've received your 2 cards. Not 1, but 2. It's amazing. Did you think 1 got lost in the mail or something? Or I don't know. I don't know how it works because you said you sent me 2 cards and that was kind of weird. But I really enjoyed it. Yeah, but they arrived the same day, the very same day they arrived. So thank you, thank you. No, it didn't get returned. No, I got both of them. I can show you if you want. That's hilarious. But no, I truly appreciate. I just got them on. Would have been on Friday that I got them. Oh yeah, yes, 16 Lovers Lane, yes, Jeff. It is a gem. It is an absolute 10 out of 10 of a record. So as I was saying before, I'm playing North Marin Drive by Everything, not Everything But the Girl, but Ben Watts, the guitar player in Everything But the Girl. This, as I was saying before, is a minor masterpiece in my opinion. It's a really wonderful, wonderful record. And so today, I'm going to bring down the volume of this thing because the YouTube police is going to get medieval on my ass. Hey, digging the crate. Oh, hello, Diana. Hello. Nice to see you too. Lovely to hear from you. It's great to see that because we didn't see you last week, but you know, there you are. So before we're spinning Ben Watts, I had a lovely moment enjoying Nick Drake, 5 Leaves Left, you know, which He's sometimes my favorite Nick Drake album. Sometimes it's Brighter Later. But funny enough, it's never been Pink Moon. Everybody raves about Pink Moon, but I just go from Brighter Later to Five Live Left. It's really like Fruit Tree on this. There's a song called Fruit Tree there, which is great. But everything's good. I mean, you know, 3 hours. Amazing. How such a quiet, unspoken guy as Nick Drake, how he managed to touch the lives of so many people is, you know, he never spoke to anybody, but anyway, there you go. I'm just talking, but no one's, either the feed is stuck or you know, or you've gone away, or you know, I don't know. Am I talking to myself? I might be talking to myself. Anyway, I'll continue because this really will be available for everybody to read. Been on holidays. Oh, in France. Oh, okay. Yeah, you haven't heard that Nick Drake album? Oh, you're missing out. Where did you go in France? Beautiful place. Have you heard the record of his mother's music? I've heard of it. I know the mum was, I think she played the piano or something, but I've not heard the music itself. Oh, hello. Jenny. Is it? Okay. Could you let me know your first name? Jenny Slacker. It looks like that. At least I'll refer to you by your first name. No, I haven't heard his mother's music today, but certainly would be interesting, and it just for the. Okay, Diana. Bagnols-sur-Mer, Perpignan. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh yes, Perpignan and all that south of France is amazing. It is amazing. I'll continue with some records since I'm here. Before Five Lives Left, I've got to explain. I had a friend here for the whole afternoon, and we played some records all afternoon. So I've got a ton of records there. I have a box that you shall be able to see just there on my feet. So this friend of mine is a family member. He's basically Sarah's cousin, and I sort of have him here to play him some music that he hasn't heard before and stuff. And we played side 2 of Animals. And I was explaining to him that I went to see Roger Waters live in Melbourne in January. And it was an amazing gig. We were 3 rows from the front. And he played... I mean, he played most of Dark Side of the Moon, most of Animals, and a little bit of The Wall. But Animals live was just to die for, especially Pigs, 3 different ones, which he used the Donald Trump images to illustrate, and it fit perfectly because if you listen to the lyrics. So we played Pigs, 3 different ones. And I said this on the VC before, but I used to live in London, very, very close to this, almost, you know, within walking distance, and Battersea Power Station. So yeah, Pink Floyd live, that was just totally mind-blowing, amazing. Joel from Portugal. Oh, hello, Joel. Sorry, I just I don't know who is who sometimes. Dots and Loops. Oh, hello. Yes, I know you are. Morning. You saw the tour as well. Oh, the Animals live portion. Wow, that was just amazing. Wasn't it amazing? It was completely. I mean, what a gig! What a gig! Keep an eye. Oh, you sent me something, Golden Cabbage. Thank you. 2 weeks or 3 months. Yes, I know. Canada Post, right? It's like Australia Post. Teddy Hermeto Pascual is fantastic. Oh yes, Hermeto Pascual is fantastic indeed. If I may, I'm going to turn the record the other side. Just give me a second. Um, am I too dark? Can you see me at all? Or I don't know. I'm like I can see myself, but it's very dark in here. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. Um, I officially apologize to the world for Donald J. Trump. Yeah, what the fuck happened there? I mean, it's your fault, Teddy. Anyway, so before this is still in order of playing. So my friend, I call him my cousin. He's my cousin. He's my wife's cousin, but we'll call him my cousin. He came here, and so I played Animals. And before that, I was trying to turn him on to the brilliance of Rock Bottom. I don't think it worked. I think Rock Bottom is one of these records that there's a certain path you have to take to get to it. You have to listen to enough progressive rock, enough jazz, and then once you've got there, you get Rock Bottom. I mean, but Rock Bottom is really a truly spectacular. For me, it's a top 20 record for sure. It's just such a vital piece of music. My copy is actually a two-fer of Ruth is Stranger Than Richard, Rock Bottom Together, which I bought in London about, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. But that's at the time you couldn't really find these. There were nowhere to be found. But this is really, I mean, I don't know if any of you watching haven't heard about Rock Bottom. I know certainly Teddy and Jeff and Diana and most of you would have heard of this, but 1974. Okay, let me read the comment. Rock Bottom, one of my top 10 records of all time. Yeah, I agree, Diana. I didn't get Rock Bottom myself straight away. I love it now. Yes, I know. Never find Robert White in the wild. Yes. Oh, Jeff Greer. Hello, man. How's it going? Oh, long time no hear. Schematics for a blank stare. I think I've got every one of your release and CD. I've got your whole discography. I love it though. I'll just keep them forever. They're great. And then before that, we played a selection of jazz and funk records. I was just like, we played the Sons of Kemet, which I showed last week, so I'm not going to show you that again. But we really had a great time listening to the first two tracks of this Fred Wesley and the JBs. Obviously, you know that the JBs were the James Brown backing band. Damn right, I'm somebody. But the track here is "Blow Your Head," which is sampled on I think Public Enemy #1, the Public Enemy track. This is a mind blower. I mean, blow your head. I mean, literally, it blows your head. It's fantastic. Static Traveller, man from England. I can't remember your name. Yeah, that Wesley is so dope. Yes, you're right. Glowing Cabbage, fantastic. And before that, play this really quirky jazz funk record, which you may or may not know. It's this Rufus Harley record. It's called Recreation of the Gods. And what's interesting about this Rufus Harley record is he plays bagpipes on it. Bagpipes and yes, Alan, Static Traveller. Yes, hello, Alan. So Rufus Harley plays bagpipes on this, and it's a monster, really. I mean, it's such a good record. It was kind of blind buy back when I bought it. It's just like it looked cool and I just took it. But it's kind of it's got a deep spiritual. I mean, the Sufi message. You can see that there somewhere. The Sufi message. So it's got the sort of this Quran kind of, but then bagpipes and funk. I mean, this is just it's out of this world. It's amazing. Just the first 2 or 3 tracks. I just think of really, really sort of beat heavy, like great drum breaks plus bagpipes. How can you go wrong? We played. I wanted to show my friend Ben how I met, because he likes reggae. He's into reggae, and I said, "Well, this is not reggae, but it's kind of it's on the sort of a reggae meets jazz, kind of meets funk, kind of vibe." Simon, their first record on Janus. This record is, I mean, whatever I said about Rock Bottom, I would say about this. This is just really, maybe not top 20, but top 50 for me. And side 2, we played the whole of side 2. We played Dove, which is this like 10 minutes workout. Bra, the message is amazing. What an amazing song. So Simon Monday. I'm sure you all know it. FB Live eating my swearing now. Really? They're eating you swearing? Ah, bastards. Yes, Dobson looks so good. Yes. The message on that. Yeah, the message is on there. Yeah, the message. Which, if you're French like myself and you grew up in the 90s, there was a track by MC Solar, the French rapper, which sampled the message, Bouge de là, the song is called. And from way back, I can remember that loop. And when I first heard it on the message, I thought, wow, that's amazing. What a great choice. Mr. Fat Boy. Hey, Tony. How are you, buddy? Lovely. Hey, we've got the best people here, really. I mean, thank you all for tuning in. I love it. And so, yes, so I'm going to continue my little story. So I was, again, for those who joined in, I had a session with a friend this afternoon. And yes, I was talking about Time Monday. And before, I wanted to play him some really sort of groovy music. And I pulled out this fabulous William Onyeabor comp. Who is William Onyeabor? I think he's from Ghana or Nigeria. Nigerian enigma, that is William Onyeabor. And from this, we played 2 tracks. We played Body and Soul and Atomic Bomb, the first 2 tracks. Man, Atomic Bomb is such a great track. I mean, this is so, dynamic and original, and it's got this electronic undertone and African music meets sort of like, space funk. It's just really strange. Let me read the comments. I put out a 10-inch last October. Oh yeah, Jeff. I have one copy left. I saved it for you. I don't have your address. Oh, your email. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll email you after this video or tomorrow, and to let you know. Thank you. I appreciate. Love that comp. Yeah. Oh, good name. Yeah, good name is. Oh yeah, good name is fantastic. You're right. So we played that. We played. I showed this last week, but we played Moon Rapping, the title track. I mean, what an amazing organ groover! This is really probably the best organ groover album that I've heard. It's no wonder it's so pricey to buy. This is a US original press on Blue Note. It's just a smoking record. Brilliant from start to finish. Ah, bonjour Christophe. Comment ça va? Great record. But I'm repeating what I said last week. Yes, other records we played this afternoon. So we had this reggae kind of bracket, and before that we had a sort of country folk bracket, which is it's just a strange thing that we did there, but hey, you know, it sort of worked. So in that sort of country folk bracket, we played records such as Linda Perhacs, Parallelogram, just a beautiful, beautiful singer-songwriter record. I mean, you know what she was. She was a dental assistant in Laurel Canyon in LA, and she just made this album and kind of disappeared. I think she reappeared recently, but this is just. I mean, people call this psychedelic folk. I don't know if I agree with the description. It's just folk music. It's beautiful female-fronted folk music. We played Chimakum Rain and Paper Mountain Man and Sandy Toes as well on this. It's a great record. And well, Christoph, since you're here, you sent me this record and we played this. This reminds me a lot of Linda Perhacs in a kind of more sort of folk funk kind of way, you know, Cheryl Ernst. So Christoph sent me this. It was a promo copy of this album, and yeah, she's a singer-songwriter, but with horns, with lots of horns and electric pianos, and you know what have you. This is a killer record, just really, really beautiful. And her voice reminds me a lot of Linda Perhacs in some ways, and a delivery as well. And I think this would be a lot cheaper to buy than Linda Perhacs. Cheryl Ernst, Christoph. Yeah, Parallelogram is beautiful. Yes, indeed. Brother Jack. Yes, it's so bad it hurts. Yes, it is. It is. You're right. And what other folk records did we play? We played Judy Seal, the first album, which is on Asylum. We played the Crane Angels and something else. Maybe Jesus Was a Crossmaker as well. A couple of tracks from there. Yes. Yeah, Christoph. Yeah. Yeah, a very nice LP that Ernst you sent to me. Really, it was. I think in that package that you sent me, I think it was like a year or 2 years ago. That was kind of the one that I enjoyed the most in the end. I mean, bizarrely, it's true. Yeah, Judicial, solid. This one here comes from the charity shop, or as we call them in Australia, the op shop down the road from me. For 50 cents, I bought this. But, you know, when I bought it, I knew it. I had the CD. When I saw it in front of me, I went, well, you're coming home with me. Actually, I'll just backtrack a little bit. I was talking about reggae, that we played reggae and sort of, and we played Dadawa. We played a track of that, the first track, whatever it's called. Run Come Rally, yeah. Played at Dadawa. Dadawa is Ras Michael, Jamaican legend, Peace and Love, Dadawa. Killer record, killer record. Really, like, the bass on this is amazing. Played, and we also played a couple of tracks from this cult soundtrack, Rockers, which is a Jamaican movie, which, by the way, I've watched, and I couldn't understand a single fucking word on it because Jamaican patois is not English. It was sort of like, what they're talking, what are they? I mean, you have to put the subtitle on. But anyway, this contains a flurry of a myriad of wonderful songs. So we played Police and Thief by Junior Mervyn, and also Stepping Razor by Peter Tosh. Fantastic songs. Anyway, I've just backtracked a bit. Okay, let me read a bit of this. Found some jazz lately. Well, I'll show you some jazz in a minute. Yeah. Did I find it? Yeah, I'll show you something that I got recently. Silver's Brilliant, Crazy Life. I need a second record. Yes, the second record is true. Okay. Also revisited a couple of tracks of Louis L'Amour. For those of you who don't know, it means love. Look at this photo. It's something special. When you first pick up this album, you think it's a Duran Duran record, don't you? You know, you go, this is a new romantic kind of album, blah, blah, blah. But it's a wonderful, privately pressed kind of singer-songwriter, beautiful piano flourishes, acoustic guitar, just an all-round really excellent record. Was reissued on Light in the Attic a few years ago. Well worth having, really, in my opinion. I am on a small private forum with Anthony Camplone and James Buttery, and this is just sort of Melbourne thing that we do on Google Plus. Yes, some people do use Google Plus. You may be surprised to find. And this is Campo's avatar, Campo's picture. And every time I see this picture, I think it's Campo. Maybe that's what Campo would look with hair. I don't know. Don't ask me. I can't see that. I don't think of Anthony. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Correct. Maybe that's his thing on Instagram as well. I don't know. I'm not there, so makes me think of Campo. Yeah, that's right. Also, what other? So we're talking about country and folk and all that, and I pulled out this Bill Callahan live album. It's called Travel for a Rare Thing. Rough Travel for a Rare Thing. If you can see this. Rough Travel for a Rare Thing. Now, it's a couple of interesting things about this record. It's a Bill Callahan live album, and it was recorded at the Toffin Town in Melbourne in 2007. So it's a local venue. It's a rooftop terrace, but also it was recorded after my favorite, around the time of my favorite sort of period of smug Bill Callahan, which is the period between A River Ain't Too Much to Love and Walk on the Well Heart, and it's got the songs, things like Rock Bottom Riser and In the Pines and Diamond Dancer. I mean, look, this guy is amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I saw him live many years ago, about 8 years ago or whatever, and he was supporting Joanna Newsom, and that was just such a great combo. The both of them. I think they were dating at the time. Let me see. I always thought that was Campo. Yeah, no, it wasn't Campo. Looks like a French Jason Donovan. Correct. You are great. Hey, Neil Groove. Hello, Kieran. How are you? Well, it's very good that you're arriving now, Kieran, because I'm going to talk about you. Well, not really. I was saying that I had a friend this afternoon, and we played a whole lot of records, and we played a lot of country records and folk records and reggae records. But anyway, we played this, which Kieran would be well advised that this is a record from his hometown in Toronto, the Trinity Session by the Cowboy Junkies. This is one of the most wonderful sort of alternative country albums that I know, really. I mean, personally. It was recorded at the Trinity Church in Toronto, and basically the story is that they've just put one microphone in the church and they all sang around or played and sang around the microphone, but the result is explosive. The voice of Margot Timmins is just heartbreaking. The songs are really well chosen. There's a Hank Williams cover, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. There is a cover of Sweet Jane by the Velvet Underground. I mean, really, this is let's drop the word. This is a masterpiece. Cowboy Junkies. Let me see. Doing well. No, you are. Of course, you're not from Toronto. What am I doing? Yes, of course, you're from Montreal. Who is from Toronto? One of you is from Toronto. No, it's not you. It was. Is it Dots and Loops that lives in Toronto? That's probably him. Sorry, I know you're from Montreal. Of course, you've said that many times. What I mean, yeah. Of course. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Yeah, dreamy album. Sweet Jane was the video. If you give me a second, I'll put some music on. Just give me 3 seconds and I'll be back. Just. This is what we're playing, people. This is Balinese music. Music from Bali. Indonesian gamelan music. Beautiful stuff. Sabila Lungan, which only exists on CD. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's gamelan music. I mean, if you know gamelan, you know what I'm talking about. It's very sort of drony, repetitive, ethnic music from Indonesia. And this cost me all of $2. Who? Oh, Mike. Hello, Mike. From Holland. Yes, we nearly overlapped with our London visits. Kieran, musical. Okay, so you're having a conversation there. Okay. The sister store in Toronto, crazy hit. Yeah, Cosmos record looks like crazy. Would it be better if I actually sat around this way? Would you see better? Is it a better aspect, better light? Yeah, it is better light. The other way was pretty crappy. Yeah, I did buy more in France. Donna France is great for finding records. I mean, I well know. Every time I go to France, I can just scoop so much stuff because, especially if you don't go to the big cities, there's just so much to be had. First record of gamelan music, yeah. Gotta get Huxley breakfast. Talk to you soon. Long live the VC. Yes. Okay. Well, I'll continue whilst you're talking to each other. So somebody was asking me whether I'd bought some new jazz records recently. Well, recently acquired Music Inc. record. Charles Tolliver and Stanley Cale, founders of Strata East. This is a Japanese pressing on Enya, whatever you would call it. This is a smoking session. Beautiful, fantastic. Yes. Thanks to you, Fred. I fell in love with Catherine Ribeiro. Oh, Catherine Ribeiro, she's one of my all-time favorites. Yes, for sure. I've got all of her albums on wax there. This one's on one list. Neil Groove, yeah, and yeah, love the label, yeah. Well, speaking of, okay, Diana, if you're listening and if if you hear. Not exactly on the same line as Catherine Ribeiro, but this is a French singer. This is her there. She's very beautiful. She's called Jeanne-Marie Sens is the name. You can see that. Jeanne-Marie Sens. And this is a great record. It's sort of, yeah, it's a 70s, you know, I don't know what you would call it. It's a singer-songwriter record, but like a rock, a kind of a more rocky kind of record, you know. It's called Le Printemps, l'Automne. It's a good record. I would recommend this. This is great. Guten Mittag. Tolliver is fantastic. Yes. Yesterday, I played this great Italian jazz rock record, Perigeo, Genealogia. Beautiful record, really deep jazz rock from Italy. Very intellectual, but very cool. Just shows you the range of records, you know, that yeah, she is beautiful. That girl, she's stunning. Jeanne-Marie Sens, beautiful. French music is basically endless. I mean, in my opinion, there's so much of it. Here is a record that I picked up a few weeks ago. Two friends. I would say the closest comparison is something like Crosby, Stills and Nash. But this is on Rare Earth, which was the sub-label of Motown. And the sort of vocal harmonies. The songs are beautiful. The sleeve is interesting as well. It's the sleeve of that album. Two Friends. It's a great record, yeah. As I said, it's on Rare Earth. And it's from 1972. You know, think Crosby, Stills, Nash. Yeah, I've got still a lot more records to show you. So if you stick around, I'll show you lots of things. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my computer on a table because it's not really working for me. It's just that, here we go. It's just that the lighting is pretty crappy. I don't know why, but it's just so bad. Yeah, what was I saying? Okay, so actually what I might do is I might return some of these records in the box so that they're not on the floor. Keep talking to me, people. I love you all. Okay, let me read comments. What a cool cover idea. Yes, it is. It is, Diana. It is. Funk Conductor. Morning from the States, Fred. So what's your first name, Funk Conductor? What do you go by? I don't know. But I'd like to say hi to you. Les Négresses Vertes, Mike. Oh, I love Les Négresses Vertes. I've got their albums here. Zobi la Mouche, Bodega Bodega. Hi, Bodega Bodega. Awesome. Yes, indeed, awesome. And are you familiar with La Mano Negra? Mike? La Mano Negra is perhaps the greatest band from the 90s in France. Eating my breakfast with Fred. Yes. Oh, well. It's 10 o'clock at night, and over there it's whatever breakfast time. All right, here is great French artist Michel Colombier, which I was playing earlier this week. Old Fool Back on Earth. This is a double album. As you can see, it's a Japanese press. Michel Colombier was a legendary arranger, kind of the same sort of line as Jean-Claude Vanier and André Pop and lots of, you know, François de Roubaix come to mind, you know, kind of like the French David Axelrod, if you like. And he made lots of records. He made records in America with like local musicians like the. This is done with, I think, the London Symphony Orchestra. It's a very, very cool orchestral record with vocals. I like it personally. Yeah, Mano Negra, Manu Chao. Fred Neo. Yes, hello. Hello, D. Washington's. Yes, thank you for checking the recommendation. Colors on the cover. Yes. Which cover? Are you talking about the Colombier or the. Okay. Oh, hello, Rigo. Oh, live from LA. Great. Okay, I'll show you some other records that I played this week. This blue thing that doesn't seem to have anything is actually embossed. It is the second Simple Minds record. It's called Real to Real Cacophony. Simple Minds. It is the most wonderful krautrock rock, sort of Kraftwerk, Kraftwerk influenced record. Just a wonderful piece of music. Really, just to me, it's the best thing that they've done. Real to Real Cacophony by Simple Minds. As I said, it's a bit like Remain in Light, the cover design. Needle Groove, this is very cool. At the same time, yeah, well, live streaming, that's the early Simple Minds is very good. You are on the money, my friend. In a completely different style. So I've just showed you half of my box at the moment. There's another half, which is oh, hello, Dennis. Okay, let me catch up with this. The last one, purple and combination of purple and green. I like. Yeah, that's a beautiful cover. You're right. Greetings from Japan. Okay. Bato, you mean love your channel? It says low your channel. Thank you, I appreciate. I've never seen that Simple Minds records before. Oh yeah, it's a great record. Except that what I was saying, Kraftwerk, the first track, Real to Real Cacophony, the title track, sounds exactly like Radioactivity by Kraftwerk. I don't know how Kraftwerk didn't sue them or something, but apart from that, yeah. Here is a record that I've been revisiting this week. I hadn't played for a long time. It's the soundtrack to the remake of Maniac by Rob. And I played this because I watched a little French documentary thing, not a documentary, but like an interview with this guy, and just remind me that I had this. It's electronic, it's really driving, pulsating electronic music for a modern remake of this horror movie, which if you don't know, don't watch it because it's disturbing as all get out. It's a story of a serial killer who kills his victims who are girls and takes the scalps, cuts the scalps. It's like, oh, disgusting. Rishi Sakamoto. Is it a new album? I don't know. Show some love to Fred. Appreciate it. Yes. Okay. In other news, this is Kevin Coyne. English, eccentric. He was often compared to Captain Beefheart, but like kind of an English version of Captain Beefheart. And this is a live record. This is not on a par with his masterpiece, Marjorie Razorblade, but it's still quite good. This cost me about $2 quite a few years ago, and I've kept it and I've revisited it. It's on Beautiful Virgin label, I think, if I remember well. I don't pull out records very often, but oh, I like this label. It's a lovely label. You know it. You know Virgin. Everybody knows Virgin. Okay. Okay. Jazz, French jazz. Now, I bought this box set when it was released by Jazzman Records, and I sort of failed to revisit it as often as I should have. I mean, we have so many records, all of us, you know, like if you collect records, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, like if you think, you know, oh, you know, how do you get to all these records? You know, try to play, but anyway, Jeff Gilson and Malagasy. Well, if you don't know, or in case you haven't heard, Jeff Gilson was a French jazz pianist, and this project is basically him going to Madagascar and teaming up with a group of local musicians, and he just made some really great spiritual jazz albums. So there's 5 discs in there, or 6, 5 or 6, and Malagasy is extraordinary, but disc 3 is the one really. Madagascar now, maintenant, Zao. But they're all really amazing, sort of spiritual, French spiritual jazz. It's a box set. It's a big box set with 5 records. Amazing, amazing. So I played that this week. I played one of the discs. Marjorie Razorblade. Yeah, it's great. It's a great album. Is this where we go for Camploni's jokes? I don't know. I don't get that. Is that sarcastic, or I don't know? By the way, Camplone is coming here tomorrow in this very house, so that'll be good, and we'll have a good session, I think. In front of you, all over the Gilson box. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, it's a great box. Now, Teddy, this one's for you. This is Masked. This is a release from, I think it's this year. This is, I think it's from LA. And these are a reinterpretation of the Thelonious Monk catalog. It's called Thelonious Sphere Monk. What did it say? Cosmic Journey reinterpreting the great Thelonious Monk songbook on World Galaxy. Highly recommended. Really, 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 really cool. Although, I mean, if you've got Thelonious Monk, it doesn't really improve it, but it's interesting. Do a short video together. We'll see if we can. We'll think about it. Hello, Fade Colors. I got me some Sade on the turntable, and Sade. What am I talking about? It's 10 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock at night. So, yeah, Sade Adu, Diamond Life, a debut album. Just is such a lovely record. It's very easy to dismiss this as simple pop music, but really, this is, I mean, if you think of how British music evolved over the 80s and 90s, I don't believe there would be Massive Attack without Sade. I think she sort of drove the way for, paved the way for British soul music, big time. Down Life, and there's a track on there. I mean, obviously, Smooth Operated, everybody knows, but Hang On to Your Love is a track that I was playing. Amazing. Yes, Why Can't We Live Together? Yes, absolutely. enjoyed a little bit of a rah. I think I showed this last week, but I played it again. This is the Impulse copy of Angels and Demons at Play, which is an amazing record, really. Female pop records from the 80s, like Sade. I don't know. Top of my head. Like Sade. This is a little bit in the vein of Sade. This Lizzie Mercy de Gou, One for the Soul. That's. I mean, it was just right behind me. I would say that's a very similar. But let me think about it, because I can't. You know, as I said, it's 11 o'clock at night. I don't necessarily think about things. Kate Bush, lol, of course, Kate Bush. Yeah, but she's not like Sade. I mean, she's. We're getting passing Sun Ra in Boston. Yeah. The obscure post-punk recommendations. Well, Lizzie Mercy. Well, a previous album are post-punk recommendations. Any ambient music recommendations? My word. Well, look, I would, but look. If you humor me, I'll just keep talking about some records. So, I hope you're enjoying the Sabila Lungan Gamelan record. It's brilliant. All right, what was I playing this week? I played this wonderful Indian jazz fusion record, Jazz Yatra Sextet with Sangam. This is a record featuring Louis Banks on keyboards. It's basically jazz fusion, but played by Indian and I think British musicians. There we go. This is the lineup, the sort of instruments that you would find there. Brilliant record. It's really like, yeah, a real interesting fusion of Indian and jazz fusion. Do you have the Steve Lacy Roswell generation? No, I don't. Monk and Herbie Nichols. Yes, it's great. Well, no, I don't have that. Faded Color, Kowalski. Yup. Gotta run. Bye-bye, Kieran. Thank you for stopping by. In a completely different style, this Jim O'Rourke LP. So Jim O'Rourke was in Sonic Youth, and he played with Wilco as well. And this is called Bad Timing. And what this is really, I mean, for lovers of John Fahey and Robbie Basho and the like, American primitive guitar, primitivism, I think it's called. This is it. This is like a John Fahey record, but done by Jim O'Rourke in I don't know, the early 2000s maybe, or the late 90s, whichever. Look it up. It's called Bad Timing. It's a great record. Just all guitar. And do you have any John Maher and Joe Harris fusion? Yes, I've got the Indo Jazz fusion, the first one, and I also have some sort of offshoots, the Mansour de Silva record and the Humdono record. You know, that this kinds of British jazz albums. Mystère de Voix Bulgare is amazing. Yeah, it's flat chat amazing. Yeah, Jim. Signed new copy of Bad Timing. Love that record. Yeah, it's. Do I use Rate Your Music? Yes, I do. Of course. find out new music, and you know, it's an interesting forum to do it. Here is a Dave Pike album, Salomão. Dave Pike sets. This is a Brazilian infused MPS sort of, yeah, jazz funk meets Brazilian music with Eberhard Weber and Dave Pike, and it's a great band. Salomão by that's what I was playing. What's my account? I'll private message you. Dave Pike, yes, great stuff. Group between Virgo Records, obviously. This is Einstein. Bought this in Switzerland a couple of years ago with Christoph, actually was there with me. It's a great record. It's an amazing record. Einstein, beautiful. You wanted an ambient recommendation? Well, there you go. There's one. Okay. Are you still with me, people? Am I talking to myself? My back kind of hurts on this chair. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll continue by myself, pretty much. Yeah. Yes, Christoph in Basel. Yes, we did. Very cool. Okay, I've showed this last week, but I'll show it again. This is Scenery by Rio Fukui. This is an amazing, well, in parts, Japanese jazz album, just reissued, you know, great reissue, get it if you can, it's great, lots of piano. Other jazz, I cracked out my copy of The Awakening by the Ahmad Jamal Trio on Impulse. I think this is an original copy. I don't know how it's called that, but you know, who knows over the years. Super sampled album, especially, you know, if you listen to Illmatic by Nas, you can hear a bit of that there. There's a killer use of The Awakening on that. But besides that, it's a great record. It's one of the best Impulse records, full stop. It's amazing. Yeah, Dolphin Dance. Oh, what a track. Dolphin Dance, beautiful. The Lloyd McNeil Quartets, Asha. This is a reissue on Sound of the Universe, Universal Sound. That was the first reissue that they did in, I don't know, 2010. It says that there. It's a beautiful record. This, I've seen an original once, but it's too expensive. Like, it was like $200 or something. I mean, this is the thing with originals. You know, you just go, well, I could buy this $200 record, or I could buy like 5 records that I want for that price. You know, so you buy it one. This is a killer jazz record with the flute is off the chart. Yeah, that's a crazy cover. Tony and Diana still here. Yes. Okay. I've got a few more records for you. I've been talking for an hour. I can't believe it. Like before, I used to make videos and they would go for 20 minutes, and now I talk for an hour. But I like this live thing. You know, it's cool to be able to talk to all of you at the same time. And I mean, if you want to listen, obviously, I mean, you don't have to. But now that I'm alone here, but you know, it's good to talk to people. Grisham Thunder, hello. I'm still here. You don't have to worry. You know, I've done an hour, and I've still got probably about 15 records to show you. So you got still got time. It goes so quickly listening to you. Really? Oh, thank you. But I don't think I would listen to me personally. But I'm just putting it out there. All right. Once in a while, it's necessary to revisit this wonderful, wonderful record, because I tend to forget how great this is. This is amazing. And I suggest to people, if you've got this record, that you go straight away for song number 2 on side 2, The Sunsets. Because that song alone, that portion alone, will show you the brilliance of the Moody Blues. Moody Blues, just insanely underrated psych band, I reckon. I mean, not underrated, but because everybody knows about the Moody Blues. I mean, but compared to, say, the Beatles, for example, very, very underrated. But listen to The Sunsets. I promise you, you'll be surprised. I have lots of Moody Blues records, actually, and I like them. Yeah, so familiar. And people think of Night in White Satin, which is not really the best song on there. The Sunsets. A couple of African records that are cool. Here. Mano di Bango. Som Cosa. The original. On Atlantic. Nah, this is a great record. 1972. You know, Afro Funk. What can you say about Mano di Bango that we don't already know? It's superb. Absolutely superb. Oh yeah, common classics. Yeah, you're right, Teddy. That's Manu. Moody Blues. How they learn to play a new instrument in a weekend. Yeah, well, that's right. Yes, indeed. Now, here's a really pricey record. You know, when you've paid a lot of money on a record, you remember, and you have to play the record to make it worth your while. This is West African Cosmos, which is kind of a multinational kind of band, and this was recorded in Paris and mixed in London. According to this, it's a great Afro rock record. It's quite obscure and it's expensive as hell. This is the double figure kind of record, but I needed to play it because I bought it about a year ago and I just needed to hear it again. Oh, FXP, yellow FXP. Fantastic. Came in late. It's okay. I still got time. So for you, Tom, you know, I was saying just West African Cosmos, great record. And also recently I decided to revisit Jaco Pastorius. I mean, a cornerstone of jazz fusion, really. I mean, what can you say? I mean, the guy was a genius of of the bass, and this is a great record. I mean, I say this about all records, but they're great records. Well, I'm not going to keep records that I don't think are good. I mean, that's the point of collecting records. You're keeping records that you want to have and you love, and etc. So this one is a great record. I think I talked about this last week, but I think I played it a little bit again. Okay, Tamiz and Johnny Diani. So Johnny Diani was a member of the Blue Notes, the bass player in the Blue Notes, South African jazz band, and Okay Tamiz was a Turkish percussionist who lived in Sweden. And this is the combined record called Witch Doctor's Son. This is a killer record. This is on Matsuli Music. Just a superb record. It's funny. There's not that many, even though I'm in Australia at the moment. And, well, I'm in Australia, not just at the moment. I'm in Australia. There's very few people from Australia who tuned in. You're in bed. And I'd put on a T-shirt to represent you, you know. Strine Flair. Anyway, with some drunk emus and interesting. A good friend of yours wrote, come over on a jacket. Amazing. Wow. He was so humble about being given a weather report chance, yes. And Weather Report is such a great band too. I mean, their first 3 or 4 records, amazing. Okay, what did I revisit as well? Jaka. This is a Spanish jazz fusion album from 1972, featuring the great Jordi Sabales, or is it Jordi Sabales, whatever his name is, on piano. Jordi Sabales. I don't speak Spanish. I can't fake it. But it's a good record. I enjoyed it. Give me 10 on Drag City. Okay, still lingering on the yes. Give me 10 Drag City. Oh, interesting. Well, I'll tell you what I would put in my Give me 10 on Drag City. This record here. Where is it? Where is it? It is. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, here. Okay, number 1. No, I'm just kidding. Have anybody heard of this Nuno Carnaval record? He's a Portuguese electronic artist. Now, obviously, this is not the original issue, but it was reissued by Drag City. This is a minimal electronic record done by this Portuguese guy in 1988. It's amazing. It really is amazing. He plays the Moog and all sorts of really bizarre instruments. So if you want a strong recommendation, this is called Plux Cuba. Amazing. Drag City. Zem is good Spanish jazz. Don't know. Thank you for the recommendation. You Masakela, Stimela. I love You Masakela, especially Home is Where the Music Is, and what's the other one with his face on the side? It's a beautiful record. Found that one through one of you. Give me 10. Ah, did I? Okay. Blew your mind. Yes, it is mind blowing indeed. Um, well, I was talking about Nick Drake at the start of the video, and I think it must have been last Sunday. I played this compilation of outtakes called "Made to Love Magic," and I love the track "Magic." It's a great track. It's "Born to Love Magic." Beautiful. Okay. I'm really into the sort of Beach Boys sound and the moment and all. So I'm revisiting some albums that I haven't played. Now, this I bought many years ago. I think this reissue is from, I think it's about 10 years ago, 2007, which is when I bought it. It's a numbered reissue. And at the time, it already cost $50 or something like that, but that was 10 years ago. And that was a lot of money for a reissue at the time. But that was the only way you could get it. Would you believe Billy Nichols? This guy was a genius, and he sort of got shafted by Immediate Records, who sort of didn't release his album or release in such small quantities that they instantly became a collectible, and then just didn't really amount to anything. But this, if you like the Beach Boys, if you like vocal harmonies from the 60s, is a British kind of equivalent to a sort of Pet Sounds, if you like. It's a great record. An original sell for £1,500. Yes, I know. That's what. That's amazing. £1,500. Unfortunately, I have to go back to bed. Watch the upload. Yeah. Oh, I might do one next Saturday anyway. So if you want to stick with me, I'll be there. What else did I play? I've got a couple more with me here, and then I might show you other ones if I feel like it. But a couple of funk records. Demon Fuzz. The Fuzz. I know Static Traveler, if you're still here. I was watching your video and you said you didn't really like this. I dig this. I think it's misnamed as funk. It's kind of like a progressive. It's a prog rock record, really, but played by you know what you'd expect. I mean, you'd expect people of sort of I don't know how to explain this. Your expectation of this, because of the nature of the members of the band, you'd expect it to be more funky, but it's a progressive album. Side one is great. Like Past, what's it called? Past, Present, and Future. That's a great tune. It's a great tune. Yes, Alan, that's a great record. This record is a great record too. The Politicians, featuring McKinley Jackson. Lovely funk, US funk record. Just really, really, really cool. Electric piano, just very, very, very funky record. Amazing. So yes. So what was I thinking about before? I don't know. Look what I've showed you so far. I don't know if you can see it. I know. Let me see if I can grab it. I've showed you that many records, which is not something that I would do normally on a VC video, but yeah, people are going to watch. These are records that I was going to play. The Congos, had the Congos, and the Wells, but I didn't get to play them. Oh, I forgot to show you one record in the box. I've just realized. which is here somewhere, on a completely different. Um, I played this a little bit of this week. Amazing, lovely orchestral score for. I mean, you know this movie. Just discovered the Congos. Incredible stuff. Yes, indeed, it's incredible. This is incredible too. Maurice Jarre, the father of Jean-Michel Jarre. Amazing. Beautiful record. I just was revisiting that. What else was I playing this week? Was I planning to play? I was planning to play. I'll tell you what. One of my favorite records of the past couple of years. I don't know why, but I really got into Fly Like an Eagle. I don't know why. The title track is one of the best songs ever written. You know, when he goes, "Time keeps slipping away into the future." It just gets it, and it's just. I mean, he's the most unlikely rock star you've ever seen. Like, but he's amazing. I cleaned this record to play, but I haven't played it. I just cleaned it. Happy Trails, which I haven't played for years, but I cleaned it. And I was going to sit through the Trouts, but I didn't get to sit through the Trouts because I played at many records and I couldn't. This is a great record, but you have to have time and dedication. I had to work before the heat burned my eyebrows, you know. Okay. Nasa Busida. Well, just the name interests me there. The Mongolian. Is it, what is it? Is it like an Egyptian record or sounds like an Egyptian name? Triad Mask is a difficult album. Ah, yes. Bye bye, Teddy. Yes, indeed. Yes. I was also going to play that Call It Money record, but I just didn't get to it. What else? Yes, and look, last week I was waxing lyrical about good old Nina. What a legend! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful music, just really stunning. I still can't get into Triad Mask, even though I try to revisit from time to time. Diana, just think. It's just like Ornette Coleman. On drugs. Lots of drugs. One day we'll click, yeah. Vielleicht. British on Blow Up Records, Moog and Bongo. Moonlight on Vermont is fantastic, yeah. With Jazz from Hell from Frank Zappa. Yes, indeed. Yes. So, what time is it? How long? Oh, I've been going for 1 hour and 19 minutes. I tell you what, I'm giving you 10 more minutes of my time. 10. Requests if you like. I'll take requests from now. You can ask me to get stuff or show you stuff or whatever, and I'll oblige. Have I yet mentioned Sarah? She's with me. The spirit is here. I always have to pay tribute to her. What's the next purchase? Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Mike. Nothing. The reason is I'm Um, I said I'm now alone. I got this house. Got a ton of records. I don't really need anything because the thing is, I just got to be wise with money. That's all. I mean, that's all it comes down to. And but you know, something might change. I might want a record or something. But I sort of thought, no, I just got to use what I've got. I've got so many records I want to play. I want to rediscover. I want to spend time with. I think I'm on a diet properly. And I mean, I don't need to buy anything new to, I could still talk to you for, 50 more live videos and still show you new stuff. Music books. Well, yes, music books. I have a lot of music books. Anything specific? Like any specific topic for music books? Like, if I did music books, I can. It's good to have a break from buying and enjoy what we have. Yeah, that's what I think. It's what's a must-read book for a 20-year-old? Like a music book, a must-read music book. Jeez, you're asking too much here. Wow. What's a must-read book for a 20-year-old? A 20-year-old. Let me take you with me. Okay. I'm by my bookshelf at the moment, and I'm just looking for inspiration. What is a must-read book for a 20-year-old? Well, it depends what you're into. That's the problem. I mean, it's all relative to what you want to know and what you want to. I'm not having much luck here, people. Well, I'll tell you some must-read books that I really enjoyed. Okay. So, this is a fantastic book. Rip It Up and Start Again by Simon Reynolds. Story of post-punk. Fabulous. What else will we... Okay. So, I've got a shelf here. What would be cool? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know. It's just it's such a vast topic. I've got books about everything. What do I like to read about? Everything, all types of music. Like, for example, I could say, okay, well, here's a great book on crack rock, for example. This is just a beautiful crack rock book. It's a great book on. Here's another book on crack rock. It's great. Future Days. If it stops. Obviously, crack rock sampler is interesting too. Got books on, I don't know, labels like Factory Records. It's a beautiful, beautiful books on. What else? It's just too difficult because I don't even know where to start, what to get you in. If you want to know about avant-garde and composition, read Alex Ross's The Rest Is Noise. If you want to know anything there is to know about minimal music and avant-garde music, there's just so much stuff. It's almost impossible for me to narrow it down. Okay, let me see who's back. Okay. Oh, hello, Jonas. Um, I have Barbie dolls all around me. What happened to Dan in Canada? Oh, he just left, obviously. Factory, Division, yes. Jonas is having a party. Great. I have the same problem. Oh, yeah, with the kids. Oh, I meant books in general, not just music books. For a 20-year-old, whoa. I don't know. Literature you're talking about. Like, what should you read? I don't know. Maybe Catcher in the Rye or The Bell Jar, or what would a 20-year-old read? Classic literature. I recommend Tess of the Uberville by Thomas Hardy. You would thoroughly enjoy this. It's a very beautiful book. Read Shaky. Oh yes, Shaky is great. I've got that here too. Whose Instagram are we talking about? Dan in Canada. Does he still exist? Hi, Big South Dan. Hip Hop LP aside from Eric B and Rakim, Trouble Quest, and Guru. Oh, I don't know. I've got lots of hip hop here. What have I got? Mad Villain, Quasimoto. What have I got? Run DMC. I've got some Beastie Boys. I've got Jungle Brothers. I've got some. What's the main guy at the moment? What's his name? I forgot his name. I was going to say Kamasi Washington, but it's not, is it? Kendrick Lamar. Yes. I've got heaps of lots of hip hop. The Outsider by Camus, great recommendation. Bukowski, yes. Yes. Do you know what I would read? 20-year-old, read some Murakami. Read some fucking Murakami. That is going to give you a really interesting. I mean, it's a cultural kind of thing, Kafka on the Shore, or what Murakami do I like? The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, or Norwegian Wood. Murakami is a legend in my book. Excuse the pun. When I talk about running, yes, indeed. Yes, Kendrick, you're right. It's like, ooh. Vonnegut, yeah, it's great. Slaughterhouse-Five is a great book, yeah. What else? At the moment, I'm reading a great book called The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde by Junot Diaz. Great book. Really, really sort of just very captivating. Which pop culture character is on your pajamas? None. My pajamas are just monochrome, one color. There's nothing on them. Catcher in the Rye, yes, what a great book. Yes, I'll tell you what not to read. I'm gonna do. How about The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann? I mean, I know what he's trying to do, but there's just too much blah 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 blah. There's just discussions that go endlessly, and it sort of lost me. Another great book that I can think of right now is Steppenwolf by Hermann Hesse. That's a great book. Behind me there, see this? This is my novel shelf. There's just novels there, and plenty of them. See you, Jeff. Heart of Darkness, yeah. And Joseph Conrad, yes. It's funny, we've moved from talking about music to talking about literature, but literature is just as enjoyable in many ways. It's just a bit slower, but it's fantastic. Great Gatsby, yes, obviously. I'll tell you another great book that everybody should read is In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. Oh, Rimbaud. Who reads Rimbaud? Glass Big Game, yes, by Hermann Hesse, yes, indeed. No, Faded Colors, you're good. You know, we talk about books, it's great. But yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Glass Big Games. What can I think of as well? There's just so much in terms of. I read Rimbaud. Yes, well, you know, yeah, okay, you do, but it's poetry. It's not, you know, not exactly novels. We're talking about novels, but Rimbaud is a poet, and I mean, I don't know if anybody actually knows precisely what he was talking about. A lot of it is very murky. In Cold Blood, yeah, Tony. It's a great book, isn't it? Just the detail and how he goes about telling about those murders. Yeah, Hunter S. Thompson. To tell you what, I've got on my shelf, I've got Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but I haven't read it yet. It's just there and sort of, you know, for you know, for a later day. But it's all very, very interesting. Anyway, I think I'm going to go because it's already 11:30 at night, and I have, you know, given an hour and a half of my time, and I've talked a lot, and I love talking, and I'm happy to come back on next Saturday. If people are happy, I'll be there next Saturday night, and we can just keep chatting. We can keep, you know, talking crap. Faded Colors. I haven't even caught your name, Faded Colors. What's your name before I go? Hello, Mark. Or not? Okay. All right. Oh, my you music. Okay, I'll. Okay. All right. Or not? What kind of name is on? Is that Turkish or is it? All right. I don't know. It looks Turkish. It's cool. Makes me happy as fuck. Great. Yeah, Turkish. That's what I thought. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. You know, Istanbul is one of my favorite travel destination. I just love that city. It's just something about Istanbul that just really captured my imagination. It was brilliant. Anyway, lovely place. Hopefully, I'll go back there again. Anyway, cheers, everyone. Bye bye. Have fun, and yes, keep spinning those records.